take a look at this. These are handmade chain patterns, chainmail patterns. These take a really long time to make. As a matter of fact, maybe we'll take a second here. I'm gonna show you this one just because I'm familiar with this one, and this one took me forever to make when I did it. This is called the Byzantine chain. It's a very specific pattern. I think it's super cool. Only ever made one because it took me so long and it's so tedious, and I think it's wonderful. Anyway, if you want to take a second, you've got some examples to show everyone how these are made.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what I do, I can show you under the camera here.
Yeah, let's put it under the camera.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, what I do is I start with just straight wire, and I coil these around a mandrel. So I come out with something like this, just depending on what kind of metal I want to use, what size I want it to be. And then I will cut those, and I cut them by hand.
With a saw?
Yes.
Just
Yeah. I use a couple different ways to cut them. Sometimes I'll use a rotary tool with a jig,
okay.
But oftentimes I'll cut them by hand with just a jeweler's saw. So that takes a little bit of time, but what it does is it ensures that both of these sides are perfectly even to each other, and that when I close each of those jump rings, they're going to close perfectly together without a gap, without any kind of burrs in between them. So I'm really careful in lining up those rings. In fact, if you just kind of run your hand along, you won't really feel a whole lot of burrs there, just because of the care that I take in putting them together. So that's part of the art of it, I think.
That's really cool. A lot of times you can buy pre-made jump rings, but it's nice to see you making your own jump rings here and showing us. Thanks for sharing us how you do it.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So that is our just a little idea on how these pieces are made. So she makes every single jump ring one by one, and makes special patterns with that. And so